Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. On the ground, it's Parker. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Utes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Connors. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop, but the chains will move. It's a first down for Houston.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Out of the gun to give to the back.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking for a man. It's Wegman. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10.
Almost there, so let's make a play here.
Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right on the money. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to punch it in. He's got it down to the 1 yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
That is such a good job by the defense on 3rd down in their own end, rallying to the drag throw. Lots of offenses love to throw that because oftentimes there's a pick, a guy gets free, and he's able to just walk in. But the defense was prepared, and they're ready for it. They make the tackle inbounds, now setting up 4th.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar!
And was there ever any doubt, guys? 4th and goal, you got to turn around, give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Using his legs, it's Parker. Stopped behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Dampier. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Utes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. Spins away from the defender. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Wegman. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Grab near the marker, it's Davis. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to go up top. A strike downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Utes will line it up on 1st and 10.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Utes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Off the play fake. Makes the grab. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Now on first down from the 43. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Got a man. It's Connors. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They go to the ground. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The give from the gun. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Makes the grab, it's Parker. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Surging forward on the sneak.
Picks up 1. And that's a first down for the offense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
To the air on second down. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, I did not have this on my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's got it on the outside. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Wants to keep it in the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Dampier. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's what quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes, when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Utah! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
They'll run the screen. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And they haven't called his number a lot today, but, man, they needed that 3rd down conversion. Got to get points on this drive, trying to go down the field. Obviously, the clock isn't your friend. Nice job getting the first down there.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Throws for the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Under fire. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Man, oh man, that defensive end had a great get-off on that play. Just exploded out of his three-point stance. He's able to use the swim move and get to the QB.
Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Quarterback takes a knee.